Alright, hi. How are you, beautiful people? So, I am in the middle of working on another video, writing the script and whatnot, but I just wanted to get another video out right now while it's on my mind. The Monsterverse has a new director. It's about time. Grant Sfutor. I think I'm saying that right. I mean, he looks like a nice guy. Yeah, I mean, you can't look at him and say, oh, no, we're so doomed. No, he looks like a very nice guy, you know? He looks like the kind of guy that you would want to go up to and give a damn high five, right? On the hand, because that's where you give people high fives. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He apparently made a movie before this, maybe two, I think only one movie, I Am Mother, from 2019 on Netflix. It's got a 89% from critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and a 75% audience score. So, I mean, that looks good to me. And in response to being given this honor, this is what he has to say. Well, this is literal huge news. It's also a huge honor. I've been a giant monster fan for as long as I've been a fan of anything, and to follow in the footsteps of the other incredible directors who've had their turn in the Monsterverse is a dream come true. I can't thank Legendary enough for this titan-sized opportunity. Now, one thing I wanted to just get out of the way. Ever since Adam Wingard was announced to not be the one directing the next movie, Godzilla X Kong 3 or whatever it's going to be, probably another crossover, I knew, while all of you people on Twitter were, debating and arguing over whether or not it was going to be some, big, whether it was going to be a Jurassic Park or whatever director or a big name MCU director or something, I knew for a fact it was going to be someone like this. Someone very little known, an amateur director, because this is what the Monsterverse does. Legendary, for some reason, likes taking amateur directors and giving them this massive franchise and basically letting them show off what they can do, right? Which I like that. I like, instead of just, giving it to, I don't know, some other big name director that we all are already familiar with, why not give it to some little amateur guy, right? I mean, give them a chance. Give these people an opportunity to build their resume with something big like, Godzilla. Literally big, actually. That's funny, I used the word big. But literally, I'm so happy about this. I am happy because I like the fact that we're not going to MCU directors or other big hotshot names. I like this. I like the fact that we can not really have expectations, but be interested in seeing what these people have to offer. Like, oh my god, what's his name? Wait, I'm gonna look it up on the spot right here, right now. Who directed Godzilla 2014? What's his name again? Gareth Edwards. He was an amateur director when they got him. I think he maybe only had like one or two movies in his belt when he was brought on for 2014, and he knocked it out of the park. Same thing for Michael. Oh my god, who directed Godzilla King of the Monsters? Michael Daugherty? Yeah, okay, I was getting it right. Michael, I'm pretty sure it was the same thing for him. I don't believe he, had a big resume behind him. Same thing for Adam Wingard. I don't think any of these guys had something big behind him. I think the biggest they got was Adam Wingard, but still, even then, he wasn't a big, shot name that everybody knew about. It's only now, after they directed these Monsterverse films, that they are out there, right? So I was not at all surprised that they did this. I was not at all surprised that we got another guy that nobody knows about, because I really, people, just pay attention. Come on, keep up with me, man. Oh, God, I'm miles ahead of the game. But I'm excited. There's not really anything else to say other than that. I guess, I don't know. I mean, we'll just have to see where it goes, what else he says about this, what his plans are. I'm looking forward to seeing what his plans are, because apparently I Am Mother is a very good movie. I mean, the scores on Rotten Tomatoes say it's a very good movie. I'll have to check it out sometime pretty soon, just to get an idea of what we're getting into here with this guy. But from what I've heard about the movie, it seems like it's kind of... It's hard to put it into words, but it seems like it's right down my alley with what I want out of the Monsterverse right now. Because what I want out of the Monsterverse right now is for it to take itself seriously. I'm kind of already over the, the goofy silliness or whatever. I'm kind of already over that, because I don't believe it was done right in Godzilla x Kong, and I want, if it's gonna be goofy silliness, do it right, do it with good writing and a good story, and not 1,000 contradictions behind it. But I really, mainly, oh god, I do miss the tone of 2014, King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island. I want that tone back, where it takes itself seriously, but not too seriously, but it's still, like, I guess, grounded and gritty enough to be interesting, right? And feel almost real in a way, right? When you just kind of go all over the place, when you try to be like the Showa era or something, you kind of totally abandon that track, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, even Godzilla vs. Kong still kind of felt like it was, it was kind of wacky in some spots, but it didn't go too far, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But that's what I want. I want the Monsterverse to take itself seriously again, and I just really hope that we can also move forward, because I'm tired of, and this isn't just an Adam Wingard or Godzilla x Kong thing, this is something that we have had for the entirety of the Monsterverse now, for all these movies. All of these movies have, if you've noticed by now, Godzilla 2014, it's, involves this ancient rivalry between Godzilla and the Mutos. Kong Skull Island involves this ancient rivalry between Kong and the Skullcrawlers. Godzilla King of the Monsters involves the ancient rivalry between Godzilla and Ghidorah. Godzilla vs. Kong, not as much, but still does involve this, ancient war or whatnot between the Kongs and the Godzillas. It's been a while since I've watched it. Maybe I got the details a bit wrong, whatever. But as far as I know, it still brings in a lot of past stuff and a lot of lore and world building into it, right? Godzilla x Kong goes super heavy, a little bit too heavy, on the ancient rivalry or ancient war and the lore and stuff, right? All of these movies have so much to do, and they rely a lot on this thing that was around 1,000,000 years ago is returning now, and now we gotta fight it, and here's a bunch of lore to back it up. And it just, when you try to shove this much lore it's into the Monsterverse, and this much of like a ancient rivalry thing and all these different big Titan wars and whatnot, it's getting old. It's becoming a recurring formula, and it's just, I'm not really into it anymore. I'm a lot more hesitant to accept that now, I guess, because when you do that, when you keep bringing in, this thing from 1,000 years ago, it's like, then you might get situations like Godzilla x Kong, where it kind of can contradict the Monsterverse's already established lore. Like, for some reason, Godzilla x Kong doesn't like King of the Monsters all that much, and really likes to contradict that movie and what it had set up. Which I'm not a big fan of, because I like King of the Monsters and its lore, but I just really hope that we don't get any more of that, because I don't want previous stuff to be contradicted or messed with, whether it was intentional or not, right? I just want it to stay as preserved and as clear and concise as possible, because I don't want the lore in this universe to get confusing or really stupid, I guess. I just hope that we can drop the ancient rivalry thing from a gazillion years ago is coming back, and instead, maybe we can do a new thing is coming to Earth, or maybe a new thing is on Earth, or whatever, I don't know, and Godzilla or Kong or whoever has to fight this new thing that has nothing to do with the past million years or so. So maybe we can get some actual new storytelling and some new interesting stuff that doesn't interfere or conflict with previous already established lore, and that's just what I want. I don't want this stuff I don't want this to get confusing. I don't want it to get really difficult to keep up with. I don't want contradictions. I hate contradictions. I do. I want a world where all these movies can, live in the same universe and not mess each other up and not trip over each other. But, I guess that's enough of me yapping. I've gotten my point across, I think. But, yeah, I'm happy. Grant Sputor. I'm looking forward to this. I will have to check out his movie, I Am Mother. I suggest you guys do too, if you haven't already. See what he's got to offer. And, yeah. I'm looking forward to this. Alright, that's all I got for you. Get out of here.